And that's a healthy portion. Genuinely excited about this because I know it's going to be good. I've seen the process, trust you as a chef. Like, I can honestly say that's the best chicken pie I've ever had. So I'm here at Coworth Park with Adam Smith, and we spoke the other day, asked him to cook me a dish because I love my food, and we're having chicken pie. You tell me more about it. Yeah.
But this is something that I cook like this at home. My kids love it.
Yeah.
It's just one of them dishes that you just can't go wrong.
So what we're doing first, we've got a lovely chicken here.
So first of all, we've got our beautiful chicken, and all we're going to do is take lots of the herbs, and the garlic, and get it in the middle there.
Okay.
We want to get as much as that flavour through it. Okay. You're going to place that on the trivet, and then just some more garlic in and around, and some more herbs on top.
Yeah. Flavour, layers of flavour.
Yeah, and I'm using thyme. I like thyme. A little bit of rosemary. Sage works really well. Again, however you like. And then we're going to heavily season it.
Yeah.
I say heavily, we want to season the chicken. Again, that stock is going to evaporate in the oven, so you don't want to have it too heavy so it gets too salty.
It's going to concentrate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Salt and pepper. And then a good chicken stock. I think, again, you can see the texture of it there. And it's also important that it goes in cold. He's making a very classical consommé. You start from cold and you bring it up to extract them flavours.
Yeah.
And we're doing the same thing with the chicken.
And it helps it with a slightly slower cook as well. It's
slower cook on the chicken. Again, like any chicken really, if you're roasting the whole thing, you know, to get the legs right, that they're actually cooked, and actually the breast still retains that moisture, is important. So this is now going into the oven at 170, and it's probably going to take an hour and a half. This has been roasted, and then we've let it rest. And I think that part's important as well. So allow it all to rest, like any piece of meat or fish really, give it a good rest. It allows all them juices to seep back into the sauce.
Yeah.
You can see there's that good layer of natural fat from the chicken skin on the top. And that's going to make for that beautiful, beautiful sauce.
Cool.
So make sure you just get every last bit of juice out of there.
Yeah.
Then all we're going to do,
pull it off, nice and simple.
Pull it all off. We're not going to be too precious about it. The skin makes good bit. We don't actually use the skin, so that's chef snacks.
Lovely.
You can see how moist it is, but it's just falling off the bone.
Perfectly cooked.
But you get to use every bit of the chicken.
How many is this going to serve with one whole chicken?
8.
8.
Probably get a good
value, really.
Depends how hungry you are.
Yeah.
Got all the meat off the carcass.
Yeah.
There's all that juice on the tray. We're going to take that as well. All that stock which we cook the chicken in. Yeah, we're just going to pass the fish in one.
Lovely. So chicken's ready, stock's ready to make the sauce, and now it's the garnish. So what have we got here?
Yeah. So I've got some beautiful mushrooms here. Obviously I've got girolles, and that's something you can always get in the supermarket at home. Yeah. A good chestnut mushroom, a good butter mushroom, a good shiitake, always whatever you like. Yeah. Some beautiful baby pearl onions, and then again herbs. For me, parsley and tarragon. I'm a big fan of tarragon, so we put lots of tarragon. But again, things like sage or any other hard herbs is good. We're not going to be too precious about this.
No, just roughly similar size. Yeah.
I think the key is that you get an even size. You just want it to cook at a similar time.
Yeah. I love these. They've got such a meaty texture.
Yeah, they really hold their texture well. But I think, you know, like I said, a good chestnut, just a similar sort of thing, or a good. You know what? The most underrated mushroom in the world is a button mushroom.
I'm with you on a button mushroom.
The mataki, we just break them down again. I like to leave them quite big, so you can actually taste them and they bring a texture to the actual dish. Okay, and then there's your rolls in there. We're just going to chop the herbs, but a little bit of the young stalk is good. And then same with the tarragon. We're not going to pick it too much, we're just going to pick it halfway down to the stalk.
Lovely.
So we picked it. We never tried to cut a herb more than twice. There's nothing worse for me than to see someone like. So I think all we try to do is just cut it.
Yeah, you don't have to get it so fine. It's not like it's tough. It's not a big piece of rosemary. No. It's tender.
And I think you can get the cheaper flavour. We don't have to be too precious about it.
Exactly, yeah. Don't have to be too chefy.
We're only going to cut the tarragon once.
Yeah.
Just go across it.
This is a great tip for people at home. If they just get everything ready, it's more enjoyable and therapeutic.
So now we've got our mushrooms, our herbs, our onions. We've got our chicken. We've got our chicken stock. Cool. And now we're ready to go and actually do the cooking of the sauce.
Let's cook it then.
Okay, so we've got all the mise en place. Now we're going to make the actual sauce. This is basically a classic velouté. Good old butter, flour, and then the stock.
So what? Equal quantities roughly?
Yeah, equal quantities. Again, we're not too precious about it for this. So just melt in the butter, and then just going to cover it with a little bit of flour. And again, without teaching your granny how to serve cakes, the old sort of veloutés that we want to get a little bit of colour on the flour. And it's one of them things that people struggle to get right. They actually, you do this, you add the stock straight away, and before you know it, you've got something that tastes floury. So we're just trying to cook it down at a low heat. So while that is cooking, in the other pan, we're going to add the onions.
Yeah.
I've just got these in a little bit of oil to start. I'm just going to cook them, so I want to get a little bit of colour on them because I think
So it's not a harsh fry.
no, it's
gentle
just like a
sauté.
sauté. And this is the bit that sometimes people do rush. They get scared. It's bubbling.
Yeah.
You have to be a little bit patient. We can now see the colour start to change a little bit.
Yeah, like a light burn or is it? Smells
Yeah, like
changed.
Smells changed.
Oh.
And you'll see as soon as you add a little bit of stock, it'll start to come.
What always surprises people, you're adding liquid and then it thickens up straight away.
It
That
almost
scares
dries
people.
out, yeah. If you've got something like this, it just is what it is, and it's that way because it works, it's
Yeah.
tasty, and if you do the simple things really well,
Yeah.
you don't need to come up with anything. While we're doing this, you'll see our onions are getting to the point where they
Yeah.
get a good colour.
So it's like caramelisation
Yeah.
on them.
And we're going to
Just nearly cooked, yeah.
and we're going to add the harder mushrooms first, just to get a little bit of colour. Again, it's just that understanding that if you throw a girole in at the same time as a king oyster, they're not going to cook at the same time. Then we're going to add some attacking. And again, we can see some of the onions, but not on the mushrooms yet. If you don't want to bring out any of the water.
So as it's getting looser, you can be a bit more liberal with the stock, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit more liberal and just keep bringing it back up.
So some butter's just gone in there now, get a bit
Just
of
a
colour.
little bit of butter, and then we're going to finish it with the girole. Yeah. So the mushrooms there looking good.
Smelling great as well.
And we're just going to finish the herbs, just the herbs
Oh, into the mushroom, yeah.
into the mushroom, just give that little bit of heat that brings out that fragrance.
Yeah.
And I'm going to toss that. I'm going to pour that all onto the chicken. I'm going to use the mousse, get every last bit out of there.
No waste.
And we're just going to finish the sauce with a little bit of double cream, even a little bit of creme fraiche at times, depends on what you're doing. So that sauce now, you can see the viscosity on there.
There's not one lump in there.
Super velvety. There's a couple of parsley flecks off the mushroom. And again, the old adage of the sort of coat in the back.
Just
See the
coating.
shine as well.
Yeah. So that, when talking about coating the back of a spoon, that's what people are looking for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If it's holding.
So you're just going to pour it into there now,
Yeah, so again, this bit's important thing as well. If you pour that into there and you put too much sauce, like you need enough sauce to bind that all together.
It's a good tip, because some people would just bung it all together.
Yeah.
This way you know you're getting the ratio just right.
Give it a good stir over. Again. And you can see there's just,
Yeah.
every last thing there is coated. Good amount of pepper.
Right, so now we're ready to build the pie, yeah?
Yeah. So we've got our mix again. We've allowed it to cool a little bit. It's not cold. It's just taking that
Yeah.
stove heat off it. We got a pie dish, whatever dish you like. I think at this point we just want to keep it as flat. You can see we're not talking about the texture now. I'm talking about actually there's enough liquid to cover it, but it's not swimming.
Yeah, it's not gone completely flat.
No.
You can tell it's not swamped in sauce.
Okay, so, and then we're just evening it out. And again, some pre-rolled puff pastry. Don't need to faff around.
Agree.
Anyone who's making puff pastry at home has got far too much time on their hands. Like it.
Yeah, I can't say I make it at home.
So, with a pastry, one of the best things about this pre-bought pastry is you can use the paper on the bottom just to help you go over the top.
Ideal.
And just crimp it to the edges. And just make sure it actually stuck. This bit is a little chefy. We're going to put a little
Yeah, the little
rough
lattice
looking
on it.
lattice on top. Same thing. Oh my God. We're not too precious about it.
Lovely.
So I'm not going to win any awards for my lattice. And we got plenty of overhang here. Okay. And then we're just going to brush it again. Getting this made. By the time you've trimmed it up, you can do this a couple of days in advance.
Yeah.
Like, and sit in your fridge.
Yeah.
And then you just
In the oven.
So we are just going to have ourselves a little smallish cross in the middle, not too big, and then we're just going to trim the edge.
A lot of people, especially at home, they're worried about pastry, but like what you've shown here is like spend the time on the flavour and the texture of the sauce. That's where the flavour. And some bought pastry, nothing wrong with using that. Even
No.
Michelin Star Chefs use that.
So then, yeah, we just push the edges again,
Yeah.
and then we're just going to sprinkle some thyme on the top, and a little bit of hard herbs gives that fragrance, but a little bit of taste that you like. A little bit of salt, and then that's ready. That can go in the oven. If you're going from fridge cold, 170, 175. If we're going in like this, I'd go 185.
And then above 73 again in the middle. We don't want to probe it yet.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. This looks and smells amazing. So you're going to serve us some up.
Yeah, it's been in the oven. Obviously, you can see that good colour and that crust.
Real crust.
I love that. And then this is the best bit. Like,
Oh,
you don't want to faff around too much.
and that's a healthy portion.
And I always like to just put the lid on the side. You can see the texture there, like,
The sauce hasn't changed consistency.
no.
Lovely viscosity to it.
And that, for me, that tarragon is just. There you go, a very healthy portion of chicken pie there.
That's my kind of portion. Genuinely excited about this because I know it's going to be good. I've seen the process, trust you as a chef, eaten your food many times, but here we go.
No, it's good.
Adam, thank you so much. Like, I can honestly say that's the best chicken pie I've ever had. If only they serve this at the football. If you want to see your favourite dish or learn how to cook something properly, get in the comments, subscribe, tell us what you want to eat.